Loneliness can be a bitter pill. Of course, we can't be happy all the time. Life has its ups and downs and its challenging times, and being lonely is one of them. At some point in your life, you're bound to experience it. But loneliness can hurt so much that it may affect your day-to-day habits and how you relate to the people around you. Welcome to Fragile Mind, and here are the top 15 reasons why loneliness can hurt a person so much. Number 1, it decreases your mood. Loneliness is the opposite of happiness. If you've ever been to an event and had a really great time, it was probably a memorable event for you. Therefore, you keep those memories and that makes you happy. But loneliness is defined as the opposite. It refers to a moment in time and in your life when you feel sad or in need of companions. Just reading this, how do you feel? It hurts to remember being lonely, right? Just thinking of not being at your happiest state is already demotivating. Number 2, you will lose connection with other people. What is the feeling you get when you're with your family and friends? You probably feel happy or content. When you feel lonely, however, you will prefer not to engage with your social circle. To combat or get through this difficult time, you might choose to stay at home, in your room, and perhaps ponder things that are going on in your life. Once you find the right time and you're ready, you can get back on your feet again. Number 3, you will tackle changes while being lonely. Change is usually a good thing, and it can be a thrilling experience to take on something new, especially when it is for your best interest. When, for example, you choose to make the change from your previous work to a new job, that's probably a great thing, and you should be full of optimism about it. Tackling changes while being lonely can be tough. For instance, you may be coping with the death of a loved one, your spouse, or your grandparents, and feeling lonely at the same time. It will hurt, and the transition period may be rough, but as they say, the only constant thing in the world is change. We have to welcome it. Number 4, you will have less intimacy. Some people may try to cling to others when they feel sad or lonely, but more often people will choose to be by themselves. Love produces hormones that make you happy, but since loneliness is the opposite, you tend to close yourself off from those groups for a while to cope. While doing so, you may think about rejection, heartbreak, and the sense of abandonment you might be feeling, and try to find solutions. Number 5, you may hurt others. You may have heard of stories of lonely people go through. They may become violent or get angry or too easily irritated. They don't realize they're already affecting the people around them. At first, they may be unaware that how you're acting may be harmful to others too. During times of loneliness, you're trying to cope, and part of this might mean venting your anger in ways you would never even think of doing in the past. To handle this, it is essential to consult with your counselor and stay with people who you can talk to. Number 6, you will lose control of yourself. Related to the previous point is the fact that you can lose control of yourself when you find yourself in a lonely spot. This means you may lose yourself in the middle of tasks, lose track of time, lose control of your personality and identity, and perhaps even lose control of your aspirations. Number 7, you may lose sight of your purpose. Have you ever been lost in a different country? As a child, did you ever experience the feeling of being lost in the shopping mall? There is fear, and then there is a sense of what to do next. Getting lost abroad is not very exciting because it simply means you're missing out on the tours. With loneliness, the feeling afterward could be about losing a sense of purpose and a paranoia that you're worthless. You are nothing, and you cannot do anything for other people. Losing a job is a cause of loneliness, and it hurts because it causes you to lose your sense of self, whereas before you felt more powerful or worthy because of the previous projects you handled. Number 8, you may feel misunderstood. If you're lonely, gone are the days when you enjoyed being around other people. Now that you're feeling down, chances are your ideas may be misunderstood by others. So you might feel a loss of belongingness in your community. Passing this is to let these ideas flow through you and pass by, because you can get over them with time. Number 9, You may experience depression. Loneliness has been often equated or associated with depression. According to data from the World Health Organization, this mental illness affects more than 200 million people worldwide. Depression hurts because you can't do things that you would normally do every day. You just feel like you need to rest or sleep it off. Number 10, you lose track of reality. How many times have you lost track of who you are, what you're doing, and where you are when you're feeling lonely and sad? This means that you lose focus and interest in what you're doing. The loss of interest in things you usually enjoy is a glaring sign that you're feeling depressed. Your thoughts might seem fuzzy when you're suffering from loneliness or depression. Number 11, you lose friends. Some friends may keep away from you when you're going through times of loneliness because they don't want to get affected by your emotions one way or another. There are people who are present to listen to you and to want to know what you're pondering, but not everyone has the time to do so. When you're feeling lonely, friends might be there, but you lose them because somehow they want you back to where you were before. The moments when you felt happier and excited to go about each day is what these friends are looking forward to. This means that you lose friends, not because they don't want to be friends with you, but because they are eager to have you back to your normal state. Number 12, it has been equated to a disease. Loneliness has been considered in several types of research as a form of disease, and true enough, it has gripped many people across the globe. It is considered a disease in some circles because it is often a symptom of mental illness, but this notion is still being debated. Number 13, it takes time to move on from loneliness. When time gets in the picture, things can get complicated. Loneliness and moving on or treatment may take time to phase out. You might have to wait for an extended period of time to get through this stage of your life. It is never easy to transition from one stage of life to the next, especially depending on the cause of your loneliness. Loneliness may be due to heartbreak, the loss of a loved one, the loss of a fortune, or even something as simple as missing your favorite TV series. Time plays an important role in getting through challenging times. However, it could take many months or even several years to get through. Number 14, there are feelings of rejection. Loneliness has also been correlated with rejection. Rejection itself already hurts so much that people turn to websites or social media platforms to receive validation. Most of these people are brand ambassadors and influencer models. If the people around you reject your ideas or, even worse, reject who you are, it may take its toll on you. These are also things you must cope with. 15. It takes the time you could be spending having fun or traveling. The feeling of loneliness urges you to take a break from what you normally do and enjoy. If you're used to traveling a lot during times when you're not feeling down or lonely, you may try traveling to different locations or simply visiting the beach to help you move on and move forward. And that's all for now. Certainly there will be things you can't do when you're lonely compared to things you did before. Being lonely is a way for you to release happy emotions so they don't turn into mania. In a way, it helps to bring balance to your emotions, but at the same time, it also takes an emotional toll. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.